So you finally took your scale.
What?
Just talking to Albert. I'm wondering.
Okay.
What was that XP for?
That's for escorting her home.
Oh, cool. We
And
should
now
stay here
comes a
tonight.
new quest. We must find her lover, her wife. Yeah, that's what it is. Husband, wife, whatever.
That can wait till the morning.
There wasn't nothing on the orc to indicate where the wife might have gone.
When everybody gets back, I'll explain who the half-orc was, or the orc.
Would be so
Half-orc.
hilarious if it was the lover just transmogrified into a beast, driven insane. Be like, well, balls.
It was evil.
Oh, you said you
It
detected
was.
evil.
It was. I detected it, yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
And you cast a spell.
Then it
I'm
tried to
back.
kill you guys.
Click to the button.
Mr. GM,
Very
how much is that?
ineffectively.
How much is that Rancer of the Gargoyle worth? Because it's blank right now.
41 something. 4310.
1,000? Oh,
4,310.
okay. 4,300.
Yes, sorry.
33,000. You should have just left it like that.
Yeah, you should be like, you'll find out later. Something like that.
If he said 43,000, I'm gonna retire.
And a meteor comes crashing out of the sky,
No,
and
I got money.
Rocks fail, party dies.
no, just Albert.
Yikes.
Aw.
Roxfeld Albert became a cripple.
I'm not touching that thing. It must be cursed.
And for those of you all who haven't caught it, I don't think Flair's back with us, but you have experience points for escorting her home.
Look,
Yay, we leveled
you
up.
there.
I can
I'd
wear
like to
heavy
think
armor
the
now.
Academy.
That means I get shed precision. Cool.
Now becomes the most important question. Paladin or cleric?
Well, you're lawful good. Do you really want to go lawful stupid?
Is it the same thing?
I feel kind of offended now.
Well, if you say they're the same thing, then it doesn't matter what you go.
Level 2 spells for the paladin stuff.
But you don't get spells for
Or the
paladin
Radiant
until
Sword,
level,
which you
what
can
is it,
be more
4,
than happy
5?
to take if you want.
I'm just mostly getting the first 2 level of paladins
It's
because
cleric.
of the bonuses. And I'm a cleric. I already have 2 levels of cleric.
Well, since he's opened up other avenues of feats, why don't you just pick up the Divine Grace feat?
Divine protection. And it has a requirement.
Whatever. The one that gives you the feat for it.
Have you been getting knowledge religion
Level
ranks?
2 spells, which means he'd have to take a 3rd level.
Let's see.
I don't know what you're talking about with level 2 spells. I know it's 3 ranks of knowledge religion.
No, 5 ranks. So I need to be level
5.
5.
That, and I thought it was also ability to cast divine spells of 2nd level.
No, I think you have to have a mystery, a domain, or something else. Like, list 3 class abilities.
Blessing, domain, or mystery?
Yeah, war priest, cleric, druid, or oracle.
Plus the only other reason why I wanted to also maybe do 1 level of paladin, I'll get heavy armor proficiency without having to spend a feat.
If that's all you're doing it for, I'd go fighter for the bonus combat feat as well.
And as well.
Yeah, I'd go 2 fighter for 2 bonus combat feats rather than 2 paladin for saves.
Since you can get the same thing with the single feat.
Now I gotta decide what my feat will be.
3rd level? I'm taking power attack. Woo, power attack.
Well, I need to focus more on my healing ability.
I think I'm just gonna stick my 3rd level into paladin.
Nick, know any good 3rd level
Well, I don't think we're
cleric
leveling up
feats?
yet. We gotta actually rest.
That's true.
Yes, I do. I don't know if Winter's going to use them, though.
You have selective channeling already, right?
Oh, standard procedure. And I've got extra channel as well.
There were a couple feats from Libris Mortis that I moved over for the Ravenloft campaign that allowed you to turn your channel uses into bonuses that are undead oriented. If Winter gives you access to them, like Divine Vengeance and Divine Vitality spell or feats.
That's in the player's guide.
Vitality
I
is
don't
a
know.
really good one. It's actually in the Libris Mortis.
Yeah, I converted them over to Pathfinder for the Ravenloft game. I mean, you'd have to actually allow them. I don't know if you can consider that third party and not use it or what. I don't think there's a Pathfinder conversion for them yet.
Okay.
But honestly, that's what I'd recommend. That or
Channel Smite? What's that?
Oh, here's one. No, never mind. That doesn't work.
Channel Smite's not going to be very much good unless we're fighting undead things. Essentially
Okay.
allows you to apply your channeling damage into a melee combat attack, which if you channel negative energy, works on all living things. But since you channel
Yeah.
positive energy,
It's
Yeah,
still completely worthless. You
I was gonna
lose
say,
so
why
much
didn't I just
damage.
channel the harm? I mean, that seems much more effective, and I can hit multiple targets.
it's for effect, essentially. It's great for an NPC because you can do that and just target a single enemy and not be channeling and hitting all of your allies if you're like a negatively channeling cleric that doesn't use undead. But it's not really, you would just normally walk up and blast things. Shield wall, channeled shield wall is really nice for AC, but I think you need 3d6 of channeling first.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was one of them I was looking at. Hang on, I think I might have found something.
Are we leveling up right now, or are we still going to be dealing with this stuff first?
Oh, I think I found it. I think I'm gonna get clarifying channel. Allows me once per day.
I think I know what mercy I'm gonna take too, which is gonna be fun.
I wasn't leveling up. I've been pulling spells into my actions tab and setting up effects for my wizard level. I've been doing that for a little bit now, just to get ready and cut down on the prep time, but I haven't actually leveled anything.
Yeah, I haven't leveled anything
Yeah,
yet.
we need a rest before we can actually level.
Yeah, probably gonna do.
I think clarifying channel might be one of the best options because if that barbarian of ours turns, that allows me to help her out.
Turn.
Guys, it's been a shitty week, and I thought there was one more encounter to wrap up tonight. We're getting ready. Your next stop is the Defender's Heart, so if y'all want to take the time and level up your characters now, you can.
Okay.
Sure.
Why not?
And for next
Alright,
level, it'll
then.
be what? 75, right? 7500 XP. Or am I completely wrong there?
Let's see. Pathfinder.
For level 4.
It's always a multiple of 1,000. Like, if you look at it, since we're on the middle track, if you're level 1, it takes 1,000 to get to 2. Then it takes 2,000 to get to the next one, right? Or is that this fast track? I forget. It's always a multiple of 1,000, though. There's some formula for it.
Yeah, because I don't remember what it is for next level.
9,000.
9,000, okay.
Oh, that's what it is. On the medium track, you add the level that you're going to get. At 5,000 now, you were going to level 4, so you add 4,000 to the total of the 5,000
okay, so
to
it's
get
your
the next
level
one. So the
times
level after that will be
1,000.
14,000.
15,000. It doesn't follow that
The
formula.
level you're going to get to. Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's
I
not
thought it was
that
something like that.
simple.
Dang.
I tried to figure out mathematical equation, and there was one, but it was really convoluted. There's a -1 somewhere in
Well, I went into
parentheses.
diplomacy. That's my 1 point I get. And let's see, what else do I get? I get ooh, shared precision instead of aura of courage.
All right, Mr. GM,
Yes, sir.
do you have a moment?
Yes, I do.
Would you care to join me in another channel to chat for a second?
I will create it.
We can just drop from the hero's path.
Yeah, it is. Bob was saying it.
User left your channel. Channel switched.
All right, welcome.
Welcome. Hello.
Okay, now that I am 3rd level, I'm getting 2 abilities, one of which is kind of weird, so I'd like to just make you familiar with it. And one of them, which is very weird, but it really affects the way that you're going to be doing things, especially since you're using a pre-made adventure path. Because the way that modules and adventure paths are written, it doesn't really take into consideration this particular kind of ability. It makes some assumptions that are no longer able to be assumed.
Okay.
So the first ability is the one that's not really going to affect you that much, but it's going to be weird. So I want to let you know what I'm doing so you understand ahead of time. And it's called Prescience. The level I took is Divination Specialist Wizard, subspecialized in Foresight. I can see the future now.
Wow, cool.
It is very cool. It's one of the best melee class levels you can take, in my opinion, and it's a wizard level. First of all, Prescience is the best ability in the game, hands down. No contest.
Can you spell that?
Pre-science.
Pre-science.
What it is there's a certain number of uses per day. It's 3+ intelligence mod, I think, something like that. At the beginning of my turn, before I have done anything, I can choose to use Prescience. I roll a d20. Whatever I roll, I take that and I set it to the side. At any point up until the beginning of my next turn that I need to make any d20 roll, I can use that roll instead. So basically, I look into the future to see how well I'm going to do at something.
Right, so if you're rolling to hit, you know, you got to, and you miss, you can use the initial dice that you rolled.
No.
Or you use it
It's not
instead.
a reroll. No, I roll a d20 at the beginning of my turn. Let's say I roll a 15. I set that 15 to the side. At any point in time that I want to do something that requires a d20 roll, instead of rolling, I say, okay, I want to use my 15.
Got it.
It's a really nice ability because it lets you see if you're going to succeed at something or if you're going to do horribly. And it kind of acts as reroll that way. It's really nice. All right, the second ability. This is the one that affects you. And it's going to be kind of difficult. I apologize for it, but I don't really care that much because it's awesome and it's really helpful. It's helpful for everyone. The game mechanics wise, I'll get to in a second, but pretty much just to sum it up, it's like spider senses. I now have spider senses. The ability is called Forewarned. Anytime there's a danger to me, I'm forewarned about it. The actual game mechanics is that anytime that there is a surprise round, anytime that something does something that would cause a surprise round, whereas we are not aware of it, but they are aware of us, I go in the surprise round. Whether I'm aware of the threat or not, I go in the surprise round. I roll initiative and I'm in the surprise round.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now.
So anytime that you have something set up as an ambush for us or
You're
any kind
gonna
of
know
surprise, even if like a lot of the modules are written to where the NPCs just naturally surprise the PCs, that just assumes that the PCs aren't aware of their existence.
Right.
But that's not true anymore because now even if I fail my perception check to know that they're there, or if I don't even get a perception check because it's not possible for me to know they're there, I see the future. A split second before it happens, I know they're there. I know something's about to threaten me. I don't know what it is though, so you don't tell me what's happening. You just say your spider senses are tingling, or you say you sense danger. Danger, danger, Will Robinson.
Oh, your tail is tingling. I guess you didn't get that reference. Animated movie, Over the Hedge. They had a turtle that was
Oh,
the
no, I did
leader
not
of the
see that.
group, and every time he's like, this is fishy, you know, my tail is tingling.
Yeah, it's that kind of concept. So just kind of keep in mind, whenever you're interacting with that beginning part of an encounter, the NPCs interacting with us to see who's aware of something, I go in a surprise round, regardless.
You're always aware. Got it.
All right, unless you have any questions, that's really all I want to
No, I think I'm good.
Let the overpower just begin.
Double the encounter levels from now on.
Doesn't matter, I'm still aware.
All right.
Okay, I'm headed back down to the
Me too.
User left your channel. Channel switched.
He's back.
Oh dear God.
I guess you all brought Flare up to date that you leveled up.
Yeah, I noticed.
Okay.
Well, this might take me a bit.
That's no problem. As I was saying earlier, I really thought there was one more encounter before you got to Defender's Heart, but there's not.
Is that a problem?
Uh, only with what I had intended to play tonight.
Nick, you were talking about how important caster level increases can be at low levels. Now, 8 times a day, the Arcanist can count as a 5th level caster for any of her spells.
Not bad. Now, does that count as a 5th level, or does that start at 5th level and add bonuses up?
She's only 3rd level now. She counts as a 5th. It's +2 to her caster level.
Okay, so that's different. +2. Pluses stack with each other. If you just said raw 5th level, then you wouldn't be able to stack anything. That is very
No,
nice.
it's a +2 to her caster level. Yep. So she can already throw out 3 magic missiles or do 5d4 burning hands or, the whole spiel.
Start intensifying stuff.
Hooray. Yes. That's another fun thing. Meta mixing allows you to spend
May I
reservoir points instead of actually increasing levels to add meta magics to spells.
Hey, Ray.
Yeah.
Can I implement stuff from Pathfinder Society?
It depends on what it is. 'Cause
I was going to actually take 2 extra traits, and I was thinking about taking the one where I can re-roll my ones on my heals and increase my caster level on good aligned spells +1.
Is that a faction trait?
Yeah, Silver Crusades.
Those are technically considered campaign traits.
yeah, I'm gonna go with Nick on that one.
Okay. So I could just do 1, right?
Yeah.
I can only 1 attack.
Okay, can anybody else come up with any new languages? Abyssal, Celestial, Common, Draconic, Elven, Null, Infernal, Orc, Sylvan. Should I start on the elemental
Aklo.
languages, I guess?
Halfling.
Aklo.
AKLO?
Yes. It's the language of a lot of
All right.
disturbing type creatures.
Aberrations?
Maybe some of them. I don't think most aberrations have their own language, but it's like a lot of your. I wouldn't say Underdark specifically because they have Undercommon, but a lot of your underground type weird creatures and stuff that you would be opposed to evil line creatures that don't fit into it's difficult to describe. Like you probably know what a Darkstalker is.
Yep.
Yeah, it's stuff like that. It's weird offensive type creatures that don't really fit into categories, but they generally don't speak common.
Hey, good news. I can use that glaive now. And that longsword.
So you pick a fighter level?
Uh,
Or paladin level?
that one I'm still debating. It's either going to be fighter or paladin. I'm
So do you want
waffling back
that
and
glaive
forth.
then?
Hey, GM.
It's hard to
Yeah.
decide between 2 feats or 1 feat and all the paladin stuff.
Do you want that glaive then?
Wait, do you get a feat at 3rd level?
Yeah, 3rd level feat.
Oh, cool. I
Yep,
get to
every
get
other
another
level.
feat then.
I
Well,
was curious if crafting feats are something that might be worthwhile or something that we should avoid. Just as a general, is it something that we could do in this campaign, or will we not ever have any downtime?
Pretty much for the first 3 books, you don't have a whole lot of downtime.
Good to know.
Well,
Well,
looks like I got rapid shot back.
Are we taking mythic stuff yet or no?
Not yet.
You have to become
Okay.
mythic first.
Good, that saves me a whole lot of pain.
Yeah, there's a moment of ascension.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's very different. The mythic stuff is different than standard level.
Yeah. Let's see.
gotta have your bright, shiny moment.
I'll do Paladin. Screw it. I'm tempted to know what that longsword is.
And then you find out it's something that allows you to do nothing
All
but
right.
paladin abilities. That would be so hilarious. You can use nothing but paladin ability spells.
Oh.
That would be so bad. It's just like, no, nothing but them? Nothing. You can't even swing it at an enemy. You can only use paladin spells.
It's a longsword of mercy. All it does is heal.
It heals the enemy.
It's a more useful sword than you think. I would just start striking you guys with it.
It's just like, I really love you guys, while you're smacking us in the head with a sword.
Hey,
I
hey.
love you so much!
You've gone from molesting us to domestic violence.
Yes.
Well, that
Feel the
escalated
love.
quickly. Only the most interesting people can go from molestation to domestic violence and molestation. Oh well, I guess I can start touching Flare now, because I've done so that I got the mercy fatigued.
You might want to be
Hopefully-
careful. Flare will touch back.
Hopefully at some point, provided I survive long enough, becoming fatigued won't be that big of an issue.
Well, I just figured early on, because I remember when I played one, I had some pretty annoying problems with it, with getting fatigued suddenly.
Kyle, are you
Yes.
definitely taking Paladin?
Yes.
Cool.
Now I'm no longer special. Aw. I just started feeling special.
You're a short Paladin. You're special.
Hey, think
So-
of it this way. You get the handicap parking spots.
Remind me what we're doing to determine hit points?
I feel offended now.
Max hit points for this level.
Alright.
I believe
Max
that's
hit
what you
points.
asked, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that's 10. Okay.
So,
That gives me 30. I don't mind.
I'm backgrounding this in Hero Lab just so I don't lose myself, because this doesn't automatically level up for archetypes.
Also, Winter, did we
Um,
put in the my reflex and all that for class beforehand? Because I just put it in with class myself, so yeah. I don't know if you added it into Minsk or whatever.
So unless Hero Labs is doing something wrong mathematically, which would not surprise me, I think I should have 45 hit points. I just want to make sure that's accurate.
Still, you gotta get around to getting Hero Labs.
It's charisma for attack and AC, and level for damage, right?
Yes.
And those bonuses are doubled if it is an evil outsider, right? And
No.
or undead
Or evil dragon.
or evil dragon, but only the first round.
Correct.
Well, no wonder those guys saved against the Burning Hands. I had clicked the stat modifier on the spells one too many times, and it had reverted around to the strength stat, apparently, which she doesn't have very much of. Strength-based spells, yes!
I want dexterity-based stuff. I was actually sitting debating for a moment if I should have gone a level into Ranger.
All right, switching armors. I'm wearing brand mail now.
Ooh.
What were you wearing before?
Chainmail.
Ooh,
Upgrade.
could I get the chainmail then?
Yeah, why not?
Awesome. Just because I'm using leather lamella and it's not as good as chain, because leather kind of takes one of my bonuses away from dexterity.
Excellent. Now I can actually got a little bit of way to carry more stuff again.
4. Which actually ups my AC by 1, which is amazing.
Which helps my AC one too.
Cool.
So now I have 19 AC, and if I go into smite mode, 22.
So, what
How
to do with
cute.
my leather lamella armor?
But of
Anyone need
course
any
for-
light armor?
Of course, for Sheet, he just beats us badly. Aren't you up to like 23 or something like that?
Something. Restricted on wealth and gear does hurt a little bit, but
Unlike that desert campaign that we're playing. Yeah, he's got 27 AC at level 3. It's just not fair.
What the fuck?
Damn.
It's just not fair.
I'm just like, yeah, I have 18. It's like,
oh, that's when I'm fighting. If I go total D, I get around 31.
wow.
I just
So,
electrocute everything
Nick,
in
I
that
just
campaign.
wanted to run this by you. If I took a level of Oracle later, would that gimp my character too hard? Because if I take the lame
Depends on
curse, then I
what
can
the
get
curse
around.
is.
If I take the lame curse, I become immune to fatigue.
It is an option.
No, you don't get enough. I mean, you'd have to have. It's such a high level thing, though.
No, you get every 4 levels of your
What's
non-oracles add to
half
your
of your
oracle
other
level.
levels?
Half or every 4?
I thought it was half of the other levels.
Might be. I
I'm
don't
pretty sure it
remember.
was half, but I could be
And
wrong.
if I take it at level 9, half my other
Even
levels would be
so,
4.
isn't immunity to fatigue? Isn't immunity to fatigue like a level 15 ability? You'll never
17.
forget it.
So, pass me a long, a glaive and a longsword here. I'm upgrading.
I thought you grabbed the Rancier already.
I have the Rancier. I'm talking about the glaive. The +1
No,
glaive.
I have that. I haven't been using it, so I will gladly pass along to you.
The Rancer is a +1 Rancer.
True. I have that one as well.
And there's Radiance for you.
You just use one in each hand.
The glaive looks cooler.
As he hands you Radiance, are you going to look at it?
Why not? I look at it. Am I blind?
As you unsheath the blade, it suddenly glows with a golden light, and it functions as a +1 cold iron longsword, radiates light as a torch on command, and as you're holding it, it starts to transform into a
Dear God, I'm a transformer.
Oh, this is nice where instead of a longsword, it transforms into something like a sword short, just
uh,
or a dagger.
it
You're hilarious.
transforms into okay. The weapon shifts and it changes its form to match your deity's favorite weapon, which is the scimitar.
Oh, fuck. I so want that weapon now. I'm gonna get a bow out of that. Crying out loud. I'm gonna get
You
I
should have
feel
took the
cheated.
longsword.
I feel cheated deep down. Well, I couldn't have used it then, you know. I didn't know it was gonna change. I just sort of feel cheated.
Um,
Oh god.
we need to revisit this when you become mythic.
Okay.
And on the flip side, it's not done growing yet, power-wise. Certain events will transform it.
Neat.
Oh, it's a legendary weapon.
Yes.
Is it considered
Which means if you
scimitar
really
for
want
weight
to upgrade it
purposes?
fully, you have to spend tiers on it of your mythic enhancements.
Okay.
It's probably worth it though.
That was to say. They probably don't give a weapon of
There's no
Samurai.
probably about that.
It'll most likely be worth.
Because essentially, you end up spending 3 out of your 10 tiers, and the sword's 10 abilities. Like, it levels up according to your number of tiers, and it takes 3 of your tiers to fully upgrade it, but it gets its own set of 10 tiered abilities. Legendary weapons are like 99 times out of 100 totally worth it. Unless it's just, here's this legendary ring
Too
that gives
thick.
wizarding powers, and you're a fighter.
Yeah.
And you're a fighter.
Sad face.
Would you like to know what it eventually becomes?
No.
No.
Don't
Okay.
That would
spoil it.
ruin the
No
surprise.
spoilers. But I will ask this.
I was
does-
just going
How
into
does
mechanics
Radiance
behind
weigh?
it, what
Does
it
it
does.
weigh as a scimitar or a longsword for purposes of weight?
It weighs 4 pounds.
Perfect. Because that wasn't filled in. And damage as a scimitar or as a longsword?
It's a scimitar.
Because it was a longsword.
Yeah, but it changed form. It's a scimitar.
Yeah, it transformed. It is now a scimitar.
Okay. Full scimitar.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you said when he's holding it, it does this. He lets go of it, it reverts back to the longsword, correct?
Correct. And if another paladin gets a hold of it, it will transform into the sacred weapon of their deity.
It's a bit odd.
It's
Because
my
paladins
precious.
don't need to have deities, and they don't have any mechanics for favorite weapon.
Well, if they don't have a deity, it remains a +1 longsword.
Alright, cool.
But, in short, I finally got my +1 scimitar. So I'm happy. And I have a glaive.
And I feel cheated, but whatever.
You can have my old scimitar.
I can't use a scimitar. I need a bow.
You can fire the scimitar with your bow.
I will take your old scimitar.
There you go.
I definitely need a backup.
I was going to say, I have 2 of them.
About to
I had
say,
a
if
backup
it's
the entire
masterwork,
time.
I'd take it. I mean, come on.
No, I just need it, because, like, if my scimitar breaks for any reason, I'm screwed. I need
There
a
you
backup.
go. You got a backup now.
Woohoo!
Backup scimitar.
And I still have a backup. Yeah, Nick, can you believe it? I came prepared with a backup scimitar. Oh, hang on. Mr. Paladin uses bows. Do you have a masterwork longbow already?
I cannot use long bows. I use short bows. I'm only 2 feet 11.
No, you don't understand. All weapons are sized for different
What
sizes. You have
is-
short bows
Oh,
and
okay.
short long
Yeah.
bows.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
just
Sorry,
that's
didn't
right.
know.
small
Understand.
long bows and small short bows.
That's
Oh,
right. You
okay.
can't use this medium masterwork longbow. Sorry, Shorty.
If it changes sizes, doesn't it? Oh, you're not talking about radiance.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just gonna go cry in a corner now.
Hey, you had your opportunity to take it. Snooze, you lose, right?
I offered it
I
to
did
you.
feel like I was getting advised against it because I couldn't use it probably.
Give him a dragon scale.
We don't have any more.
There's one in the party tab. No, there's one in the party sheet.
Nope,
Oh,
it's gone.
there was. It's gone now.
I have it. I just put it in there. I'll throw it to him.
Ah, it's
I'll give him a
cool.
bone.
So were there actually only 5 dragon scales, or were there 1 per PC dragon scales in this module?
There's one per PC initially.
So we should have a 6th one, kind of, maybe.
Yes. Would you like to roll a 1d4? There, Paladin and Fatal. We'll,
Okay.
and... Okay. You get a dragon scale of resistance. 3 times a day, as a standard action, you can resist elements, but only against electricity or cold. And I'll throw it on your sheet for you.
Caster level 19, so we're talking 30 resist.
Yeah.
Speaking of resisting elements, can anybody cast any type of fire magic?
Technically, yeah, I can make you disarm your weapon and take fire damage.
Right? Can you? Because I want to test my 1 damage resistance to fire that I have now.
Ah, okay. I'll be
Burn
happy to
flare.
hurt you. I'll be happy to set you on. There. It did not work.
It also
That's-
does spell that
yeah.
you have it set for fire and spell.
Yeah, I see why. It should be
So if spell
DR1,
bypasses, it'll bypass.
DR1, and it should be resist : fire. 1 fire,
Okay.
not DR fire.
DR is only for physical damage.
That's why it didn't work.
Okay, so I gotta go fix the fire resistance. And does resist have to be in all caps, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I'm ready to go.
So are we continuing on after leveling?
Yes.
Alright. You kind of made it sound like we got further than you expected. You didn't have the next thing prepared.
Well, from here, it ends up becoming role play and
There you go.
missions from there and so forth.
Yeah.
I thought we would have one more encounter before we got here.
Oh, we can make one more encounter.
Oh.
And you might want to erase your wounds that I gave you.
Yes. And Winter, can you get rid of the DR1 fire that shouldn't be there? The one in the middle, please. Thank you.
Flare.
I still have some spells to select, but then I'll be ready to go.
The DR1 fire, correct?
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm really ready for combat. I don't even need the light spell no more. That's getting taken care of next spell. Next rest.
Okay, well everybody's finishing up. I'm gonna continue if y'all don't care.
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay, Aniba recognizes the creature you just killed as being the Gorg. And
Bless you.
let's see, she's a little upset that her wife's not there at the house, and really upset that, one of her wife's enemies um, is laying in ambush waiting for them.
Then it is probably for the best that your wife is not at the house. She is a paladin, you said? I believe she can take care of herself.
I know,
She is probably out helping with the relief work.
I know that, but I still worry. And let's see. That's why I'm not finding the wrong story tab.
Don't worry, if we happen to run into her, we'll tell her to come home. That you are waiting.
Yeah, she tells you that that guy is one of the criminals that Irabeth tracked down during her time in the River Kingdoms.
He
And
was a criminal.
yeah, his grandiose plan was to burn down an entire neighborhood. But they were cut short and captured when Irabeth caught him.
So what is he then doing here?
She delivered him to the authorities, and, that's the last that they've ever heard of him. But she recognizes him from Irabeth's descriptions.
Well, looks like we're gonna go help some civilians.
And she says, since Irabeth's not here, we have a secret place that occasionally we'll hide notes from. And she walks past Rashidi and goes into the bedroom and finds this little secret niche. And there's a brief note from Irabeth saying that when Aniva gets home, she will be at the Defender's Heart, and gives a password of Silver Strong to identify them. You'll need the password to get to the gate.
Sounds like you should come with us.
Well, she's like, I appreciate you all escorting me home and so forth, and I hate to ask another favor, but
It's no trouble. We are going that way.
well,
There is never any problem with helping a innocent soul.
This is what we do.
thank you, kind sirs and ladies. And kind of looks over at Flair and
And things in between.
Lady.
well, don't forget, this one is, Aniva is the one that was male and went female.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, this is the gender changed PC.
I feel sorry for the dude losing his junk, kinda. Waking up one morning, no junk. I was like, what
It's
the
magic.
hell?
It didn't hurt at least.
Hopefully.
Absolutely. So, off to the Defender's Heart.
Yes.
Yes, so.
Onward.
Okay, about an hour later, you eventually make your way there, probably a little less time. And the Defender's Heart is the largest inn in the city. And it's a stout stone structure that survived the attack with ease. And, it was largely ignored by the initial attack. So, naturally, it was the perfect place for surviving crusaders and veterans of war together and form sort of a defensive line. This is pretty much one of the command centers in the city. And as you approach the building, a set of guards come out, and it looks like they're about to stop you, and one of them recognizes Aniva, and she's like, the guard's like, we're glad you made it safely. Irabeth is inside, and they're happy to see that she survived and so forth. Aniva lets out a joyful cry as she hears that her wife is inside, and almost as if on cue, Irabeth comes running out and they embrace tenderly and so forth. And here is a copy or a picture of Aniva's wife. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, I've seen worse.
It's worth the tumble in the hay.
No
Just
question,
remember,
who's the man?
divine magic makes everything better.
Uh, and Aniva introduces you all to Irabeth, saying that, these are the ones that helped me survive, and she gives a real brief synopsis of what happened at the stadium and so forth, and waking up underground and finding you all, and just real brief. And Irabeth looks over at you all and starts, she takes a couple of steps towards you and extends her hand, and she's thankful for you all for keeping Aniva safe, and she swears to assist you in whatever way she can.
Would you happen to know where Leona's at? I am looking for her. We got separated when this chaos happened.
No, I do not.
Dang, I will have to keep looking.
Is she someone we should be looking for?
She is someone like me, but she is a lot stronger than me, so I know she's alive, but just gotta find her, though. I fell down a friggin' hole.
Well, if you can give a description, we have men and women going out to all parts of the city at all times. We'll be more than happy to keep an eye out for her. That's the least that we could do.
I appreciate it. I do give them a small description.
Okay, and Irabeth invites you inside to join us. She figures you're all probably hungry and thirsty from your adventure, and she wants to know your all story. What happened?
Well,
I'm
we
gonna
attended
accept the
the
invitation.
I shall relate it to her in song.
Bards.
We attended a boring show, then got sucked into the earth, and then babysat for 2 days.
Well, I didn't get to see a show. I just fell down a hole, a dwarf captured me, and these guys killed the dwarf, and I helped them get out.
I didn't see a show either. I just got to the village after I'd been attacked and tried my best to help people.
Okay.
This is my sacred duty.
We had some time off, so I'm going to hit a few story points for you. Irabeth is delighted to hear about the mongrels of Needhome. She prefers to call them the first descendants out of respect for their original parents, and she agrees to send some Eagle Night Watch members down to work out the alliance.
Yay!
And let's see. I do believe you all found a notebook of Templar safe houses. Does that ring a bell?
You said there were a few other books that were important, but you didn't give us
Yeah.
details on what they were.
I was going to say, we had a few books. I never got a description of what they were.
Okay. Since then, you have had an opportunity during rest and so forth to glance at the book, and it's a list of Templars and their safe houses. And Irabeth is really anxious to hear about that. You know, she's like, they have spies everywhere, and apparently they've been among us for decades. Only recently has proof of their presence been manifesting. I personally managed to root out one of their more powerful members, the leader of a group called the Hammer of Heaven. We all thought Staunton Vane as a model crusader, but as far as I was able to discern, he's been working for the demons for decades. There's even evidence that he has been the one to betray Dresden 75 years ago. They knighted me for that discovery, but I'm still not sure why, since he slipped through my fingers and is out there still, causing who knows how much more damage.
Knowledge is power. The fact that you gained knowledge that could help them in the future is definitely worth a knighting.
Well, that's where you may come in. As you can guess, I'm a little short-handed, and I need all the help I can get. We will give you, the give the party a reward of 1,000 gold pieces for each safe house you cleared.
Oh no, there's no need to pay us for doing what is only right to do.
And
That is
Speak
good.
for
Payment
yourself.
is sufficient for expenses. I turn to the paladin. It is good to do things for the proper reasons, but it is also good to pay attention to costs and expenses for traveling with food. It is not good to starve oneself in the service of good.
But one must do what is righteous when it is.
And we will do the right thing. But it doesn't mean we don't have to not get paid for it.
All right, this is out of character, but you can't tell me that that's not lawful stupid. That's the epitome of lawful stupid.
Yeah, that's the only time my character's going to argue that with you. You're a lost cause of now.
Nick's
You're not
wishing he
handling
had
the
hold
money.
person right now or command. Shut
Hey,
up.
you know what? I'm
But-
pretty persuasive. Let me have a crack at this paladin.
I have
There we
someone
go.
bard. I don't need the paladin.
Hang on, I'll assist you on that one.
How about this? If he doesn't want to accept money, then he doesn't have to accept money. That's more cash for the rest of us.
Sure, let's split it between everybody except for him. That's fine by me too.
Yeah, I'll take his share. As a paladin myself, I can think of good uses for that extra 1,000 gold.
Vow of poverty, I take it?
Buying a new sword.
But that is selfish. One must not be selfish. One must
Sure.
help everyone when
Exactly.
one can.
Of course.
I'm gonna take that masterwork chain shirt if nobody else is grabbing it out of the party sheet.
Yes, I put that in the party sheet because that's what I was carrying the entire time. Feel free to grab what you want, and if not, I was going to go back to Mr. Merchant Man and sell these to him at 65%. And then when he complains, I say, you owe us a favor.
Oh, come on. We can get better favor than an increase in cost.
Hey, I could sell one of these magic weapons.
I'm sure you could, but still, we can get a better favor. He obviously has the means to protect his estate from the damage of a cataclysm.
True.
Save that favor.
But I'll try to get as much as I can.
The paladin milking the merchant.
I am being persuasive.
The power of Xerin compels you.
And if it wasn't for us, he wouldn't have survived back to his mentor to be able to spend his gold and buy these goods. So it's the least he can do.
Excuse me. Okay. So you're all going to take the job
absolutely.
with and without payment.
No. 5 of us are accepting payment. The 6th one, she likes being poor.
The party is accepting payment. We can divide it up however the paladin wants.
Hey, hands off the gems there, Bard.
What? You threw them in the party? We selling them first?
Yeah,
Have you appraised them?
they have a gold value, so I assume yes.
Do we need any of those gems for spellcasting? You might want to save something that's worth it and powder it
Depends on
up.
what they are.
Yeah, it says assorted gems. I just assume it's excess treasure. Anything else? Got to sell anything else?
No, I'm keeping all of my useless gear. I may only have an 8 strength, but I'm a hoarder.
Now, here comes the other question. Do we want to sell the Rancer or the Gargoyle? I don't plan on using it, and it's 4,000 plus gold.
If we can find a buyer, I mean, why not? That'd be a great thing to spread them around the party as well.
Well, like I said, we have a merchant. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to buy all this excess goods. So there we go. Rancer's going in there as well.
Okay.
So, do we negotiate this rate? Or I'm guessing I need to roll diplomacy.
Yeah, roll a diplomacy.
Not my greatest. Perhaps a bard can help me.
Yeah, give yourself an automatic +2 for competence, and then I'll do an 8 another for another +2.
And why not? I'll give myself a touch of good as well. So 20.
Wow.
The 8 another worked. So you should have 21, actually.
21? Sweet.
I can give you a +4. 2 for 8 another, and 2 because I have Inspire Competence.
20 was not good enough.
It's
21.
21.
21 was good enough.
That's hilarious.
Wow. Albert touching himself gave us money.
Ew!
Dude.
You like the way I touch myself. What can I say? I'm just a
I
damn
kind of
looking
got
guy.
that vibe from him.
I'm not sure if I should be scared, disturbed, or just run away screaming.
You're selling everything in the party sheet?
Yeah, hopefully for 65%.
Give me a number. I'll let you do the math.
Don't you know how to sell for 65?
No, I don't.
Just change the percentage there.
I was going to say, if you look in between, there's a little percentage that says 50. You can manually change that. Then hit the
Oh,
arrow.
sell items. Okay, so that's what that button does.
Bam! 65%.
Ha ha! You might want to give those arrows to our paladin friend, the archer.
Yeah, you want to add 20 arrows to your inventory. And you can delete
Sure,
those.
just gonna add another quiver. That means I'm up to 4 quivers of 20 arrows.
And we can divide all that beautiful gold up.
Have some
Except
beautiful
the paladin
gold.
doesn't want it.
You'll be through them quick.
Well, I have decided that I'm probably gonna start donating the money I received to the poor and homeless. That's
777. Very nice number of treasure.
Oh my gosh, Rashidi is going shopping.
I figured as much. You're welcome, Rashidi.
I can get my wands now.
Oh, that's wild how both you and Katie hit the 777.
at least no one hits 666.
Okay, now there's a lot of weapons. They can give you directions to the local armory and so forth. So you all can go shopping now if you would like.
What is our
What's the
availability?
limitation on what we can purchase?
Um,
How is business doing in the middle of a disaster?
Yeah, let's say anything under 2,500.
Wow, someone has more than 2,500.
Yeah.
Oh well, no, sorry. I was looking at the total.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a dirt moment there.
Let's say common magic items like wands and so forth are available.
But level 1 only. Nothing extravagant like
Right.
level 2.
Yeah.
We can't
Ah.
afford a level 2.
I was also going to mention, if the group wanted to split, they can get a wand of Cure Light Wounds. For party use, of course.
Cure Light's only 750.
Yep.
Well, she spent all his money already.
And if we divide it, of course, we divide it 6 ways. It's not that expensive.
Yes, but you know damn well what she just bought.
Yeah, you just want the mage armor wand.
It's a requirement at this point.
Hey, just be thankful that the DM's being nice and saying there's one available. Could be a
Oh, I
jerk.
know. I completely agree with that and understand. But there's not a little part of me that isn't lamenting that it doesn't just cost 2 prestige points and I could have gotten it right after the first combat.
That's true. That's just so mean. Yeah, it would cost everyone 125 gold, if they have it. And if Rashidi agrees to it, I can loan him the 125 gold.
I don't care. I would probably not pitch in on it simply because I don't expect to get hurt anymore.
And lo and behold, you're the only one who gets hurt from now on.
Double 20.
Double 20, instant
That would be
kill.
hilarious.
So, how do you feel now, mate?
These things
Double-
happen.
Double 20 on a longbow. Max damage.
So is there any place here that I would be able to buy a cold iron greatsword by any chance?
Yes. The cold iron greatsword would be available.
Yeah.
Okay, I cannot change my maximum armor suddenly. Because I keep getting a console error.
Alright, what are you trying to change?
My amount of arrows? Okay, so I finally got it, but it's still popped up with a console error. I don't know why.
Can you tell me what the error is?
Script error, string, max ammo, one attempt to call field on ammo changed a nil value.
Alright. Ah, yes, I recreated it. Thank you.
And
Yeah, that's not us. Just ignore it.
okay, but I don't know why it pops up and it didn't
It pops
earlier.
up because they changed a piece of the coding and left a line that's calling a piece that's been removed.
Okay.
Nothing we can do about it.
Okay.
Okay, story awards. Um,
Holy crap, more free XP?
yeah, believe it or not.
Woohoo! BXP, don't mind if I do.
Okay, you get 800 for um, making contact with the Eagle's Watch, of which Irabeth has explained that she's now in charge of the Eagle's Watch, or at least until the Mendevian army arrives to help reclaim the city. She knows that word got out about attack, and she's heard that other cities along the border are facing, their own problems right now. And right now she's relatively certain that none of the border cities suffered as great as the defeat as that she has. And she can confirm that the city's wardstone has been destroyed, and as a result, the entire network of wardstones has diminished in power to a shadow of its former strength.
Is there any way to fix it?
Wouldn't that be to get a new wardstone to connect them all?
No, there is not a way to fix it.
Okay.
Think of like a glass crystal and it's shattered.
Okay, shattered. It just needs replaced.
Right.
So, like I said, we need to find a new one somewhere.
Yeah, aren't these things like 12 foot tall? Like 5 foot around?
Yeah, they're massive pieces of crystal.
And easily killed by a level 2 spell. Yeah, well, she just wants us to clear safe houses, correct?
Yes. And
point them all out on the map and we'll be on our way.
then you got an extra 1,200 for carrying the message and finalizing the alliance between the mongrel men and the crusaders.
So that would still be before I... So you're just gonna like add it all up together so that we easily get, or do we actually have to like calculate how much we're gonna get?
Oh,
Kind of.
It's automated.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
He's just
he'll
telling
add it
us.
to us. He's doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, you've already got it. It was the last 333 that was added. That was
Okay.
both of them total.
Okay.
Speaking of which, did we take an overnight rest here?
Yeah, we can go ahead and do that. Technically, we're at the place I was planning on stopping tonight.
Okay.
Perfect timing.
That sounds fine with me. Miss Wizard, I
And
had
as
several
far,
scrolls.
did you get the whisper?
Yes, I did. And I have several scrolls she might want to put in her spell book. Does she need Bear's Endurance, Identify,
Might they
Magic
be?
Thing?
Actually, arcanists have don't get the second level spells until 4th level. They have a progression similar to sorcerers.
If they still have a spell book, you can still write it in there. You just can't use it.
That is correct.
Then no,
It requires a
she doesn't
spellcraft,
have
though.
any level 2 spells yet.
Yeah. So
I
yeah,
would probably just hold on to them until it doesn't.
Now, where'd you get these scrolls from?
just the adventure. We received them, and I threw them in my backpack.
Oh, okay.
We have a dimensional lock scroll. I mean, we got all kinds of scrolls all over the place.
Yeah, Rashidi has dimensional lock. Do you need identifying your wizard
He
book?
passed that one over already.
Okay.
No, that's one she definitely doesn't need.
Magic Fang?
She's got the Arcanist ability. Magic Fang, can she cast that? Is that an arcane spell? I thought that was a divine.
I have no idea.
I think it's a druid ranger.
Magic Fang is a druid spell.
Okay. I
Yeah,
can't even
can
cast
cast
that.
magic weapon and greater magic weapon, but not. Yeah, none of us can. Well, probably Alwyn could, but he's got a massive UMD. But then again, probably so could Rashidi.
Rashidi doesn't have UMD.
Really, I'm surprised.
Rashidi's not built to be a bard. His bard archetype is really more conceptually like a fighter. So he's built like a fighter rogue monk.
Cool.
And Albert, speaking of which, you forgot to loot the looters.
I forgot to
We
loot the
did.
looters? Oh,
I
God.
looted them before I woke the one up with the smelling salts, but we never interrogated them.
You go for magic and gold. You missed.
I was pretty full.
You
I was pretty full.
you
I
missed
couldn't carry
6
much more.
crossbows and 6 swords and.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know, I can only carry so much.
Donkey. Cart and donkey.
We got a Blanca!
You laugh, but Hakeem, even at level
Oh,
1.
Flare?
Yes.
Sorry. Just as an FYI, if you don't run off straight away in a fight, I can give you a nice, large size for 50 rounds of combat if you want.
Well, all it requires is for him to inappropriately touch you.
Well, I inappropriately touched the other side.
Yeah, some girl-on-girl action. That's Katori that has enlarged person prep now.
Yes, so damage dealers, remember, stay back around, let the tanks get into position, get your buffs, then go slaughter everything.
So basically just wait till you're near death and then we rush in, okay.
I'm not
like a
gonna get near
plan.
death.
You're never near death with me around.
No, enemies. He's saying get the enemies to near death.
No,
I'm not
I
gonna
say
get
just
the
wait
enemies
till
to
the tanks are nearly dead and then we bum rush the enemy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah, next adventure path, it's going to be a 10-point buy.
I think that could be fun.
10-point buy, core book only.
I really thought about doing a 15 or 20 for this, and I wish I would have.
I hate to tell you this, but it's not the point buy that makes a difference. It really isn't.
It's the
looking
book.
at-
It's all the level combinations.
I was gonna say it's the books.
Yeah.
You're looking at like a 2-point difference on a die roll.
If you stuck to your guns and say core and advanced player's guide only, it would have been a lot harder.
I think.
No, I would have just made it as an archer and ripped through everything because it's APG.
Maybe just core.
I still would have been able to make my changes.
And stoppable.
All right, but if we're restricted to core, you are too.
That's true.
You got a point.
So any of those fancy feats that the adventure path has put on the stuff, you gotta remove those off. Put toughness on them.
Lots of hit points to get